Okay, welcome back to our videos. Right now we still talk about enterprise application integration. Okay, from the previous videos we have already talked about why enterprise application need integration application. And right now we want to talk about the various type of enterprise application integration. Now, check out this video. Okay, in this picture we can see the diagram of enterprise application integration. Okay, we want to see to the top we have types of integration based on the method. Okay, I repeat again, this is the type of integration based on the method. Okay, from this one we can see the method with data or database, and the second one with API, application programming interface, and the third with method, and the fourth with user interface. Okay, in the next video we want to talk or discuss the detail of this part. Okay, as we can see here, the level is the data database, and then the level application or API, the level of methods, or maybe can be say as remote method, and then level user interface. Okay, this is the picture. We can see this is almost the same with previous. Okay, this is integration method. Okay, from the bottom we can see this is the data level. At the second layer we can see the application interface layer. At the third layer we can see the method level or business process level. And the fourth layer, this is your user interface level. Okay, we can discuss about more about integration at the data or database level. Okay, as we can see in the previous video, maybe you can check again our video. There is two kind of application. This is production application, and the second one is HR, human resource application. Okay, and they have different database. Yeah, we can say this one is Oracle and the second one is using MySQL. Okay, at this point we can see that integration is at the database. Okay, we can see that two database will be connected or will be integrated in the database level. Okay, as we can see here, the integration or exchange of data information is carried out at the database level. Okay, I repeat again that this is done by database interaction, database operation. Okay, as we can see also that there are many technical ways to do it. Maybe we can say by manual. For example, the DBA, database administrator, can be move the table of employee table from the MySQL and then move manually to the Oracle table. Okay, that is the example of manual. Or maybe semi-manual, for example with batch processing. For example, we can set 1 hour or maybe 1 day that the employees data will be copied or maybe they will be updated from the HR application into the production application. And the third one we can use also with intermediaries, or maybe in the middle. This one in the middle we can use a middleware. Okay, we can see the advantage of the using database level. It's maybe this is very easy. We can say that it's easy because this is just maybe we can say that this is a database operation, maybe just only query, or maybe if they use SQL, this is a SQL query. But also this integration have lags. For example, this is injecting or directly access to the database. Okay, maybe we can say that this is problem because there are problem for security or maybe for the privilege. Okay, the department of HR, we think that they don't have privilege to access the full of the database of the protection. Okay, also the lags is also about the many mistakes, because maybe if it's doing by human or it's doing by DBA, more sooner if they have run a query of they have, or they miss the field, or they miss the table name, and also, and then the lags is about the possibility to open or open access the full database. Okay, because the other parties can modify or maybe can see or maybe can modify or can see the table that are actually they don't need it. Okay, we continue with integration at application or API level. Okay, this is with the same example. As you can see, there is two application, protection application and HR application, and there is two database, Oracle and MySQL. Okay, with API or application, integration in the application level are using or created an API, application programming level. For example, we create API and add this protection application. Okay, for example, okay, if we need information from system A, maybe from protection application, an API must be developed to access the database, which is API can be retrieved by the HR application. Okay, we can see the flow like here. Okay, the database from Oracle will be read by the API, and then this API will be accessed or retrieved by human resource application. Okay, the API consumer, maybe they can do with the two choice, maybe only for display or maybe they will save in the database. Okay, this is the flow. I repeat again, from the Oracle database using API here, and there is API consumer here to retrieve or to pull the data. The result can be displayed or maybe can be saved or in the new database. Okay, otherwise, if the protection application needs some information from the HR application, the ER application must be provide an API here, and the flow is in the same. Okay, as we can see, the API will read from the database from MySQL, and the API will be read or will be retrieved by the API that deploy in the protection application. Okay, the API in the protection application will be choose only to display or maybe save in the database Oracle. Okay, I repeat again. The database from the MySQL here will be read by the API, and the protection application will pull or will retrieve the data, and the API will choose to display or maybe to store to the database Oracle. Okay, as we can see here that this is the ideal model or the typical model for the application integration or call with API, application programming interface. Okay, the communication is between API to API, and then API can communicate between the database internal. Okay, we can say that API is the ideal types of integration right now because it have many advantages. We can say the first is more secure because the other party does not have direct access to the database. Okay, as we can see, the other party is maybe, for example, HR application does not have direct access to the Oracle. The access via or maybe via API. And then the second one is more selective because not all of the part of system can be accessed by others. For example, okay, you can choose which data can be retrieved and it access role. For example, the protection application only need the employee table. So not all of the module in the HR application will be used for the protection application. And also this API can be set with the roles, the access role, for example, only for read only. For example, only for read the employee table. They cannot modify, update, or delete. But also in the some cases, maybe the API have access right for maybe for write, or maybe for modify or delete. Okay, but the API have lag, but this is we can see that both parties, even its application on the production application, must prepare their API, even for the consumer or maybe for the reader. Okay, even for the producer, the data producer, or even for the consumer. Okay, both parties must be prepared, because this is maybe both parties must be prepared for their API, and that is this is effort, that is they must put an effort to create API. Okay, this is the lack of the using of integration at application API. Okay, we continue with integration at method. Okay, as we can see in the picture, that application code, they sometimes have some method. For example, we say method A open the door, and then method B close the door, and then method C, for example, from our previous video, to run overtime process. Okay, as we can see in the example of the codes. Okay, as we can see here, this is example of the codes in Java. This is the name of the codes methods, and then this is example of method. There are two methods here. Okay, we can say this one is method X, and the second is method Y. Okay, the point of this integration at the method is that this method, even method A, B, or C, it can be remote or can be called by the other parties. Okay, from example, from the HR application, for example, this is only for example, they can call to open the door. Okay, they can call to open the door. Okay, this method in this application can be called by others method. Yeah. Okay, or maybe this on HR application can call to close the door, or maybe call to overtime operation. Okay, at this point you can see that this is the perspective of the integration at method, because we want to call, or we want to call the method at the others parties. Okay, or maybe at the others application, and then the result, maybe we can just only call and then enough, or maybe after call they will save in the database. Okay, right now we want to continue the integration at the user interface. Okay, integration at the user interface level, this method is maybe performed when the condition is extraordinary. Maybe I say extraordinary. I say the extraordinary parties because the others don't want to access or don't want to provide an API, or maybe they also don't want to provide the connectivity to the database. Okay, it means that the integration at the level database cannot be done, at the level application and also cannot be done. Okay, even integration at the level method cannot be done also. Okay, because of the an extraordinary condition, the only way to retrieve data is, or maybe came from, to extract from user interface on the display of the application. Okay, we can give the example. Okay, this is an example. Okay, as you can see, this is an example of the e-commerce. Okay, for example, we want to say to search about Samsung. Okay, this is the product of Samsung, and we want to get the Samsung price information. Okay, here the example of Samsung information. Okay, for this example, we want to save the latest price database of the mobile phone product. Especially in this example, we want to save the Samsung price. Okay, the only information can only be retrieved by visiting this e-commerce website. Okay, this is an extraordinary, because we cannot, for example, we cannot access the database, or maybe this e-commerce do not provide the API. Okay, we can continue with this example. Okay, data from other website maybe can be scraped, or maybe taken or maybe scraped. Okay, we can say use web scraping, for example. This is an example of technology to scrape or to take the information from the user interface level. Okay, after scrape, we can put or we can save or storage in our database. But this method is also quite vulnerable because its data invalidity, maybe this is they have period, or maybe also the data completeness. Okay, because we can know that the website of e-commerce may be only page by page to display their information. Okay, also maybe we can say about the synchronization issues, because this is maybe takes for an hour or maybe for a day, because we can see that we can maybe we can scrape the same information at the same time. Okay, for example, in one day we can get the same information because the web scraping is scheduled for example for 1 hour. Okay, based on the various integration method, maybe I can say that the most commonly used today is integration using application, or maybe said with API. Okay, and therefore most application developer now develop a complete system by creating API. Okay, now many of developers create their application with API. Okay, because with the API, the developer will expect that if another application or maybe other platform, for example mobile, it's built, then just connected with that API. Okay, for example, I give example for the e-commerce. At the first stage, they have finished with the web-based application, but in the second stage, they want to build in the mobile version or maybe in the different platform, for example Android. So to make sure that they have integrate application, they must create an API. That API must be or can be accessed by both of web application or mobile application. Okay, from this video you have known that this is the method type of integration. Okay, as you can see there are 4 type of integration. The first one is data, and the second one application or API, the third is method, and the last or the fourth is user interface. Okay, I think you have good enough to understand this type of integration, and thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.